Parsafe Productions is bringing it back with the final exciting conclusion here of the Lake Superior Open Round 3 Back 9 coverage, brought to you by Northern Lights Disc Golf. Gotta go, gotta throw an OTB disc. Myself, Ben Kroll on the mic.
And Derek Sahr here, and look at that leaderboard. Can you believe that?
Yeah, the scores have been bouncing around this entire first half. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen here and who's going to be crowned our champion of the Lake Superior Open. Brings us into hole 10. Listed at par 4, 412 feet. Definitely plays closer to 5 to 550. And look at all these trees in the way. And the gap right away off the tee pad is ridiculous as well, too. I could see him maybe getting all the way up there for a look at an eagle, but it would be an impressive shot to do so. And you see Gavin's disc just fading out a little bit at the end. He threw a great shot through the gap, though, and that's really all you got to do.
Yeah, I really think tight gaps like this that are just obscenely tight, I feel forehand is a lot easier to get through them, being a forehand player myself, and I really like Ryan here going with that right now.
Sounds like you're pretty biased to that opinion.
No.
But yeah, that's just such. Look at how tight that gap is. And he's throwing uphill on a side hill and a lot of trees after that. Like, this is a very difficult shot. Again, this is a combined hole, so this is not a normal gap in the trees.
And I see there's a concrete tee pad, and like you said, there's a lot of combined stuff here, so it'll be concrete to different basket. And
yep, for the most part, there might be one or two off of natural ground.
Great shot from Luke. I know he wasn't super happy out of his hand, but that turned out wonderful.
Yeah, it was a little turned right, that's for sure. Found his way down. There's a little creek there. It depends on how low he is in there. But it should be a fairly easy up and down from about 140 feet short. You can see there's flags for the tee pad, allowing to use this left side a little bit. Noah taking it to his advantage. Ended up in a similar position to where Luke was.
Ryan's dad ducking the disc.
Yeah, it's cool to see how supportive Ryan's dad is of Ryan and his disc golf career here.
Yeah, he has been out at every single tournament supporting his son, and I actually had the pleasure to play with these guys up here in Minneapolis when they were just visiting, and his dad actually plays, and he's pretty solid.
That's cool. Yeah, I've never seen him play before. He's always there on all the rounds I've played with Ryan competitively.
He says, we all make it look too easy, is what he says. And he's actually played Olympic softball, so he knows a thing or two about competitiveness.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Yep.
He looks like he could hit a home run or two. Ryan catching a tree on his upshot and now trying to get up and down for his 4. Now getting that late tree and kind of pushing about 10 feet further away than he would initially landed. So about 20 feet left or so for his par. It's a big jump out there from Gavin, just going around the trees, just trusting that shot, and he's right there for his birdie.
I wouldn't even think about jump putting that. That was a massive jump.
And this little downhill here is tricky. Noah can't even see the basket from where he's at, but he's not too far away.
It looks like there's Luke's disc right next to him as well.
Nice.
Great shot, though.
Yeah, just a little long, but no problem there from Noah.
And monkey see, monkey do here, or we may have to go a different line. Looking like he has to go a different line here. He's a little bit more right from where Noah was.
Also looking to jump up to see if he can find the top of that basket.
Yeah, my understanding, Luke's kind of tall, a little over 6 feet. Oh my God.
Almost dunks it. I think that was just a little putter flick shot.
That was like an inch away from drawing metal there. My goodness.
Big putt from Ryan. Just short. He knows it. Getting a roll away here, too.
Stop. Why does this always happen?
We've seen a few unfortunate events from Ryan's disc in the last bit of coverage, some rollaways.
Yeah, he's
some missed putts. And
he's been pretty unlucky with the rollaways so far. And
he's got some work left here. This is almost as far as he just had. And now this is for bogey. He takes no time once he steps up to it, though.
His philosophy is when he has his normal putt, he goes through a routine, and he does the routine every time. But when something bad happens, he gets up to his putt and he just putts. Like, he doesn't think about it. He just, no routine, he just throws it in. And it works well for him. So I can't bash the guy on it.
Point taken.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. Great putt. Not happy that it was for bogey, but still quite a bit of golf left. Kind of getting down to the wire, though.
Solid putt from Noah. Him and Gavin look like they're going to be getting some birdies along with Luke.
Yeah, and just another mix-up on the leaderboard.
This is dead and behind my lie, right? Technically? Sorry, I can't even get my foot up there.
And just getting confirmation from the car that he can move something that's dead and unattached. Put it back in, make it look nice.
Yeah, it's like fixing a divot, but we fix the dead thing in the ground. Pretty much the same thing. It's the disc golf equivalent.
Right.
Noah looks so scared when he throws sometimes. He just kind of looks like he's a little afraid, but dude's got all the confidence. And Ryan falling off a little bit there. Kind of a tough bogey for him. Hole 11, par 4, 409 feet. Starts off pretty flat and then goes very much downhill and then back up the hill. It gets into a bit of a ravine here, but this uphill portion, it climbs quite a bit. It plays a lot further than 409, probably closer to about 450 to 470.
Probably close to like 600 or more. It's a pretty long hole, and there's that creek too that does run through the hole. Pretty skinny, so it's hard to land in it, but it is OB if you do end up there.
Not in the creek?
And you're really just trying to land where the normal short pin is for the hole. Actually, this would be the long pin. This is a little flat area before you get to the hillside. That's just a little easier to throw from than if you actually got long enough to get to that hillside. I think this is a great way to attack the hole, this forehand. Getting a somewhat early tree, and he's going to have a difficult time trying to get up and down for his birdie. This is a very difficult birdie to get out here. You need a perfect shot off the tee shot, and then you still need to hit a good line. If you were to end up a little left as you're approaching the basket, it can really fall off.
Oh no, out of his hand, just dead center right into that, which I'm a little... I think Noah had the right idea and everything, and I'm a little confused as to why that Nova didn't turn over. That is his flip your Nova. Kind of trying to do more what Ryan is doing right here.
You just got to go left or right of that first tree, as you saw. Ryan with a great shot. It's hard to get any better than that. He's almost on the tee pad of the next hole where, again, this basket is for. See the next card walking off the green. And from back here, it just makes this hole so difficult. You can't really get the height on the disc that you need to get all the way to the basket. Even Noah just pretty much thrown into the side hill.
Check this out real quickly.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that shot. You know, like you said, this is one of the more difficult holes in the tournament.
And this is the other
courses.
This is the other approach to it here. You just end up short of that hillside. And it's a little bit easier to throw from there. It looks like they're giving Gavin the go-ahead on that being safe. Just touching enough. And there's one of those bow hunting targets we talked about for Bowfest that's out there. Don't know what kind of dinosaur that was.
Yeah. Look out for the dinos out there. Who knows? Maybe his disc careened off the dinosaur and kept him safe. Kind of cool if they just got that in there.
Yeah, and Luke playing from that flat area again. instead of playing to the side hill. I think it's easier to throw from down here. Great looking shot from Luke. And that'll be an easy tap in there. And what a drive by Ryan. A little short on that upshot. He's got about 30 feet left, severely uphill.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be a problem for Ryan. I'd like to see him get a few of these strokes back that have been kind of festering him.
So a little short there from Noah as well, but he's a little closer at about 20 feet.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, don't roll. Yeah, Ryan's a little frustrated right now, giving up a few strokes here on the greens.
Yeah, if his putting would have been would have been going in, he'd be sitting right there at the top with these guys.
Yeah, just these last couple holes, he'll battle through. He'll try to kind of catch back up to these guys, but getting down the wire here, it's sometimes hard to make strokes up.
Yeah, especially when everybody's playing so well. I know I realize that this is a difficult hole to get a birdie on, but man, you'd be picking up a lot of strokes.
A little high there from Ryan, but staying in. Great look in that forehand, keeping that palm up, wrist up. And Gavin, the only one carding the 3. And he was in a very difficult position there and made something happen from that second shot. Brings us to hole 12, par 4, 395 feet. Really all you need is a putter off this tee shot here. You don't need much more. Just get it traveling right to left and stop right at the top of this hill. Some people do like to push all the way down to the ravine. But I think it's easier to throw from this elevated position. You're a little bit more level with the basket. And really just a putter to mid-range. You could even go putter to putter on this hole and still get there. I don't like traveling down this hill myself. You can get to a weird spot. Looks like Gavin should be staying right on top of the hill. It's hard to tell what happened with that disc.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to go down the hill and tried to get some distance out of it, but it hit a tree and stayed up top for him, which is going to work out great for him, I'm sure.
A little high here from Luke. Just working it right to left. He does get down the hill. There's shots from down there. It's so elevated, and you don't have much of a run up either.
Yeah, you almost wonder. You almost need to throw a thumber from down there. It's so, inclined.
And Noah also going for the landing zone down at the bottom of the ravine. Him and Luke are in similar positions. Yeah, it was early left out of Ryan. Timing just a little off. And now he's just got to play to one of those landing zones again. Just decide if he wants to stay at the top of the hill or go all the way down at the bottom.
After this tournament, Ryan got poison ivy, and I'm going to go out on a whim and say that shot right there that he just threw was the poison ivy that he got into. It looked pretty leafy and looked kind of scary. I think that was it.
I'm sure he recovered fully from it.
Yeah, he is now, luckily, but I think that was the spot right there. Hole 12 on this course.
And Gavin shows you 2 perfect shots, putting it right to the landing zone, and then throwing from the elevated position onto the green. It looks like Ryan having a difficult time from that right side of the fairway, and he's going to have to get up and down for his bogey now. Luke from the bottom of that ravine. This is probably, a good 50 feet uphill or more.
Yeah.
Maybe more than that even. This is insane. I mean, he might even be throwing a mid-range from down here. Just make sure he gets it up the hill.
Dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, you could hear him. He pulled it. It's just so hard to get that distance from a standstill. But he's up there putting. I mean, he's got about 40 feet.
Yeah, I wonder, I guess, he can't see where he landed, of course, and he actually, that tree helped out quite a bit, kept him left and near the bucket.
Yeah, this is one of those holes. You get some weird rollaways by these trees and come all the way back down this ravine. if you hit early. A hair short there from Noah, but he's on the putting surface. Looks like he's inside the circle as well.
This would be a good putt for Ryan. Get some confidence going. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Just trickles it in. I lost hope myself on him getting a par because that was a long putt.
Yeah, that thing just barely squeaked over the edge as well. Can you believe that?
Yeah, OTB Dis, bringing that play back. Be on the lookout. Again, collaboration with Parse Productions.
Good day.
That was a lot of work even just to run to the
Yeah.
run to the basket from where he was putting from.
Yeah, I may at that point ask for somebody else to grab the disc out of my basket. Grab my disc out of the basket, not my. I don't own that basket.
Is it your basket? You
Yeah,
take
yeah.
it down after the
Yeah,
round here?
this would be the worst basket to be yours if you have to take this thing down. Oh,
So where Gavin's disc landed is the normal short position. That was a great putt there from Luke as we see Cardin his birdie. Way to stay with it, but where Gavin threw his disc from, that's where the normal basket is. I'd switched this basket to the long basket. It was a
Really?
pretty, I just put it on my shoulder, down the ravine, back up the other side.
oh my gosh!
This
So
was
you were the one who had to move that.
This was a crazy one. Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
How were you feeling after?
Felt good.
Yeah,
Felt like a champion,
Yeah,
I
like
accomplished something on the
Rocky
day.
climbing the stairs.
Yeah, Bryan, again, Lager does so much work out here. I try to help out any time I can. And 3 birdies, not an easy hole. Doesn't take a ton of distance, just 2 good shots to give yourself on the putting green. And look at that scorecard, 26,
Yeah.
25, 24. They're all just right there. And only a few holes left. Hole 13, par 5. Listed at 557 feet, but probably plays closer to 850 feet, I bet. It's kind of the landing zone, maybe just past it here. And you gotta get the disc moving to the left here, get into the next fairway, and then uphill towards the basket with a few trees on the green. It's this initial shot that's kind of scary. You got this ravine right in front of you, you're throwing over. And Gavin throwing a great shot there, forehand, really playing into the hill, left to right.
Yeah, this hole seems crazy. I mean, you're going uphill pretty much the entire time, except for this initial tee shot. And that ravine early, though, looks very treacherous.
Yeah, you do not want to be down there. It adds an extra 200 feet to your shot if you end up down there. The whole plays so much longer, and looks like Luke did end up pushing down there. It's that early left that usually gets to that position. Also throwing righty backhand, you could fade out early, and it also starts to fall down to the left. Noah following suit with Gavin. If you have it, this is definitely the play.
And that rope that's on the left side there, that's to help people get up the hill, isn't it?
Yes, sir. That's how steep it is. This is just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I've heard about those ropes, and that they're extremely helpful. You know, especially when it comes to raining at these courses.
Turning it over here from Ryan, catching the limbs, falling straight down into the ravine.
You can hear Luke say, "That's where I am."
Yeah, and they are right next to each other. Again, this just makes the whole place so much longer if you're down here. And it's already such a difficult hole as it is.
Ooh, kind of a bad toss by Luke with the left-handed toss just to the left. That will cost him a stroke. I'm just kidding. He's looking to play the standard forehand. Hopefully get up this hill as far as he can.
Yeah, he's just looking to get to the landing zone where you'd want to be off the tee, but he hits another tree.
Is it rolling?
Hopefully didn't roll too far down the hill.
Ryan gonna be hopefully following suit, but got a little cleaner than Luke did.
Yeah, I couldn't quite see where he finished at all, but hopefully he's up there in the normal landing zone. Luke trying to make something happen from way down here. And he's entering the left side of the fairway, and I don't think he's quite out of the woods yet.
Yeah, Ryan has quite a bit left to hopefully get up and down for a birdie opportunity. Honestly, that shot right there may have set him up for success.
Yeah, he's on that left side, but he's going to be shooting a 4 from there, so he's just going to be trying to get up and down for his par.
Oh, par, yeah.
And Noah looking good here, just squeaking out there and moving to the left. Should be heading towards the hole as long as he got out of the woods.
Oh.
And Gavin, he was setting up in a great position, maybe even trying to take a little too much off of that and try to get up there for an eagle look. And now he's making his birdie that much more difficult, but what a shot this forehand is from him.
Oh my gosh. And it didn't even go down the hill at all. It just hit that tree and sat.
Yeah, he's only got about 25 feet left from out of position there on that third shot. And this is Luke for his 4. This will be a very difficult up and down for him to get his par.
Taking his time, lining up something. I'm sure he's... Oh, no.
Yeah, he had a lot of bushes, a lot of shrubs in his way. It's at least not in the pine trees there. Should be able to get up and down for a bogey. Ryan trying to save his par. And about 25 feet left. Should have a pretty open look from there.
Luke in a very, very tough spot here. Made it look easy. Hit that tunnel towards the basket and played the hillside to perfection.
Yeah, I got the little anti-skip. Really pushed him towards the hole. Noah making it look really easy. Throwing 3 easy shots, and he'll be carding his birdie. Yeah, I don't understand either. It did look just a little high, maybe, but
I'm not laughing at Ryan. Him and I, we're good friends, and he always talks to the basket when something he thinks it doesn't go.
he just always looks so confused sometimes.
Yeah, he'll look like the crazy guy in the course talking to the baskets. You know, he's like, I don't understand. Poor Ryan. He's had some tough breaks this round, and really would like to see him turn it on towards these last few holes.
Yeah, Ben, Noah and Gavin both getting their birdie 4s on a difficult par 5, really extending their lead over the rest of the card. And dare I say it, is this a 2-man battle finishing these last 5 holes?
My name's Scott Matheson, and I'm a calisthenics athlete. I train with rubber bands because they improve my strength, my stability, my flexibility, and I can take them anywhere. It's all about training smarter with natural movement. What I love best about rubber bandits is seeing noticeable gains in my physique and my athletic performance. It helped me progress from assisted movements to freestyle flow. Exercise your freedom and join me in the Rubberlution.
Thank you so much to Rubber Bandits. Always make sure you're working out during the off season. As we jump into hole 14, par 4, 337 feet. Plays up and back down to the left. It kind of snakes a little bit. It's got a lot of elevation, and this green is absolutely crazy. It's on a hill, like a little plateau, if you will, guarded by some rocks.
Yeah, and you really don't have too much of an option here off the tee. If you push too straight, puts you into that tree line, makes that upshot a little bit tougher. And the approach into the green is what makes this shot so difficult. And then the very precarious basket placement as well, too, as Derek mentioned. Noah getting really kicked over there, almost like a cut roll to the left. That's going to be difficult. He's going to have a lot in his way to the basket.
Yeah, the forehand seems like such a good play. I'm a little confused as to why Noah didn't go with it, because he has a great forehand. But, you know, I'm sure he's practiced the shot and had success with it, so.
Excellent shot there from Luke. I think he'll be in pretty good position. I think this is what you really want. That inside hyzer flip up with the forehand. If you stay on that right side, I feel like you have a better approach into the green from there. The angle just works better. And Luke in kind of a weird spot. But he does have a lane. Just got to get up and over those rocks there that are normally where the usual basket placement is. Get it moving to the left. And then have it finish back towards the hillside.
Burned out on him.
Angle was right, but just low. Again, this angle's better over here. You have less trees to hit. And he hits the last one coming into the green. He would have been absolutely parked, I think, with that shot.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he would have slid up just perfectly under the basket right there.
See Gavin have a few more shrubs to go through, being on that left side. He's going to be well short, probably just laying up for his easy 4 from there. It's a very difficult birdie to get. You need 2 really good shots.
Oh, of course.
Last tree out. I'm not sure if he had enough juice on it to get there or not, but that had an opportunity to get to a spot to putt from.
Yeah, and they're going to have some difficult looks. Kind of decision time, you know, go for it, lay it up. We'll see what these guys do with that fast of a green. I know what I would do.
Yeah, you see Luke playing the shot there. Just keep it safe, move on, get your par. I think that's what we'll be seeing from Noah here as well.
Yeah, with, you know, Noah, Gavin, and Luke all being pretty big veterans of the game. Yeah, very smart play by Noah. And I'm going to assume with Gavin being this far out, yep.
Yeah, being in the lead, knowing the rest of the competition's right there, you don't want to lose an easy stroke.
Yeah,
and now Ryan here, he's a few back from the lead, and being young, I think he's going to go for this.
Oh, he did.
Had the height on it, but was right the whole way. Tough putt back on a very difficult green. Oh, no.
Oh, he fell. I didn't even... Oh, poor Ryan. Oh, that is very, very unlucky, and it doesn't look like he's got much here.
Yeah, it's very steep. Hits the last tree on the way to the basket and rolls down again.
Yeah, I hope he just lays it up here or something, just nice and easy.
Taking
Good.
no time throwing that forehand up there. He's lucky that stayed.
Yeah. You know, I feel like, you know, I see Garrett do the same thing. I think we actually, at Minnesota State's, he kind of did the same thing going into hole 26. And I wish I could just shake those guys sometimes and be like, man, just lay up. But, you know, they're the young generation. They go aggressive. They don't want to lose. They want to win.
They know they can hit the putt. It's just how many times you hit the putt versus how many times you miss it, and then what does that miss look like? It's all playing that risk-reward.
Correct.
That's what makes the game so fun.
Yeah, and that USDGC trip, I'm sure, made you think about risk-reward a lot more, too. That course is crazy.
Yeah, I'm having nightmares still. That was difficult.
Hey, I've been there, and I've taken 10. Excuse me. And on to hole 15, par 4, 360 feet. Uphill the whole way. This one fades off to the right, and you do have that road to deal with. You don't want anything to fade out too much with a backhand or turning over a forehand too much, because this basket's right there.
Yeah, a lot of trouble to be had on that left side with the road. Wow. Gavin going high enough. I think he just went over that tree line on the right side. Not many people are throwing that shot. It is very doable, but the lines are so small, you almost have to go up and over like Gavin just did.
Wow, look at that view. These guys are on top of the world right now. That is so cool.
Noah fighting through some trees there. And kind of a blind upshot. I don't think he'll be able to see the basket from down there. I think this is the play if you have it. This flex forehand, get on top of that plateau, and let the disc ride back away from the road. This probably plays closer to 550 feet even. It's just crazy how much this elevation really affects how far these holes play. And just staying in bounds, it looked like there.
Yeah, that was close.
And
Bryan just throwing and going.
that is absolutely perfect. Didn't even give Luke a chance to stop talking.
Yeah, I know Ryan's very, very relaxed golfer. He doesn't care too much if somebody's talking. And whoever made that putt, nice putt.
Yeah.
And he just made it on coverage. What a great putt that was.
Difficult green, being right by the road. Needs some action here from Luke. And he just gets it. That last little punch up. And if you're not close to the basket on this green, you don't even want to be putting at it.
Here you go, Noah. Good.
What?
I don't think that's OB. You know, it's not part of the road. It's completely safe there, I believe. This one has to get back on.
Safe?
Oh, no.
That's going to be Gavin losing a stroke to Noah.
That's huge.
That is absolutely huge. We got a tie at the top.
Oh,
And
my
only
goodness.
3 holes left.
Wow. How cool is that? And look at that. This is kind of the picturesque part of the property. Am I right, Ben?
Yeah, this is what we call the trophy lodge up here. Just such great views from all over. You got a 360-degree view pretty much of the land around. You can see the dam up the St. Louis River. You can see the St. Louis River Bay right there. And you can even see the Duluth lights at night from here, which is pretty cool.
Jeez.
And Bryan's parents, Lager's parents, actually live up there in the trophy in the trophy lodge on one side, and then the other side is actually a couple, I think like honeymoon suites that you can have like weddings here at this property. So there's just so much going on. If you guys haven't checked it out, you need to get up here to Superior, Wisconsin, Duluth area. Hammock gear, have all your hammock needs. Check them out, link in the descriptions. As we get into hole 16, this is a huge downhill shot, 790 feet, and this hole is very gettable. It's possible. I've even seen chumps like Joey get there. Don't know how he did it. But so much elevation change, and you just don't know what your disc is going to do. You want it rolling over like Noah has, but if it gets too much, you can really tuck yourself away from even having an upshot. And it looks like he's fading back and should be just fine. He does not have much left of the pin, maybe a couple 100 feet.
Wow. That is so cool. What an amazingly fun shot, coming down the stretch here.
And this is definitely a par 4, even if you can reach it. It's just so difficult. And he's getting that movement left to right, but it's definitely coming back out, similar to Noah's. Yeah, and he's right up there by Noah. Probably about the same distance at 2 to 250.
Yeah, that was like the same exact shot. And boy, I won't lie. I'm excited to see Ryan and Gavin throw this shot because these guys can crush.
A lot of angle on that from Ryan. I don't know if it's going to quite get straight enough to get to the hole. But he's well down the fairway. Should not have much left either from there.
And if there's a guy to get there, this is the guy. And I'm sure he's thrown a lot of discs at this basket in practice, and I would make a bet that he's gotten there before.
Especially after just giving up a stroke on the last hole.
Oh.
And that's a little bit more aggressive line, playing left initially, getting the disc to turn, and then getting that straight push. This has a chance, guys.
Oh.
It's not quite putting from over there, but it is a very simple up and down. Probably only 100 feet away even.
It almost looks like he's going to be playing back up the hill a little bit.
I would agree. He is pin height or further for sure. Luke ended up a little left, and that's a difficult putt from there. You see a lot of empty space behind the basket, and just 10 feet away, it does start to fall downhill very quickly. I've seen huge 200-foot rollaways on this hillside. This looks better from Noah there. We'll have to see where he ended up on the finish. Good look there from Ryan. Just a little jump putt away. He's only got about 18 feet left for his birdie 3. And Gavin, a legitimate look at this. Oh my gosh.
Oh, no. Did that catch edge?
We'll have to see where that ended up, but that started to roll a little bit. Hopefully it curled really quickly. And Luke from both circles edge, death putt for sure. He's got good touch on his putter, though.
That's a good miss. You know, can't be too upset about missing that one.
That's aggressive to jump putt from there. And Gavin did curl pretty quickly, only about 20 feet left. Great putt. I believe Noah's pretty close here.
Ryan, hopefully, looks about level ground with the basket. Yeah, great putt.
Yeah, good birdie. Always fighting, even though he's kind of out of the mix here, at least for the lead. Yeah, solid putt from Noah. Him and Gavin just back and forth. We're going to have to see who blinks first, I guess.
Yeah. With only 2 to go, we are so tight at the top. Look at that. Tie ball game. Going to the, I guess at this point, the bottom of the 8th. So, you know, we're not quite there, but we're almost there. Hole 17, 680 feet. Plays down the hill. Not too much in your way. It's just throw and go. I mean, the wind is going to play a major factor on something like this with it being so wide open. I don't believe any of these roads are OB or anything. Everything's fair play, and you just kind of get the disc down there to the basket.
Yeah, it's one of the few natural tee pads on the course. A manufactured hole here. But this is such a fun play. I've seen a lot of discs roll over. I can't remember if there was a headwind or just a strong right to left, that as soon as that nose got exposed left to right, it was just punching the disc down. And where you're at up there is a difficult up and down because you're still up the hill pretty far. So you're having to guess on your distance down towards the basket. And that's not what Noah wanted. He wanted to put the pressure on Gavin.
Yeah, I can imagine Gavin seeing that, though, thinking, all right, I can make this shot, done it before, but it's not an easy shot to execute, that's for sure.
See, Ryan put a lot of angle on that. It still flipped over on him, and he is moving pretty far right. He's going to have a pretty long upshot still to the basket. At least he's not inside of that fence line there. That'll be a little bit easier for him.
Yeah. With Ryan's day, though, I wouldn't have been surprised if it would have gotten in there.
That was about pin height, though, looking at it.
Really?
It was probably about 150 feet to the right, but it was pin height.
No way.
And same thing with Gavin's. He is rolling over as well, too. Disc isn't coming out. Again, there's some weird wind on this hole as your disc travels downhill. And he's actually right near hole 18's basket, you can see.
Huh.
And he's going to have to throw over that fence line. Maybe even that shack could be in the way, too. This is the kind of the common play to flip one over. If your disc doesn't flip at all, you get to a lot of trouble heading right to left off this hole. And out in the wide open there from Luke, but he's going to be guessing on that distance again into the green. Just a slight downhill ungulation after the green, or after the basket, that makes this green a little tricky. This looks a little sawed off from Noah, a little left. But not so bad. It actually had the distance. Just that left hard finish. I believe that's his Cayman. He's going to have about 25 feet back at the hole. Not super easy when coming down with only 2 holes left.
Yeah, and that is quite a fast green. If you go just a little deep, you're going to be scooching quite a ways. So Gavin's got to put this one close to put some major pressure on.
Yeah, Luke was just a little short there. Got about 20 feet left for his par look, and Gavin getting to about 12 feet away. He'll have a much easier shot than Noah. And just a little long there from Ryan as Derek was talking. That slight downhill after the basket. Just a little quick. Huge putt here from Noah. He needs to hit this putt with Gavin being close to take a share of the lead going to the last hole. Oh, man, that was so close to sticking.
Yeah,
With those last couple chains and just pushed off. Just
a little right. And it seems like at this point, one stroke is a mountain to climb.
Yeah, that might be the match right there, unfortunately. This last hole is difficult to get. But these guys both have a ton of distance.
Get a nice slow-mo replay of Ryan repping his North Dakota shirt on.
Get that lean to the left. That Ricky lean. A little tester putt here from Luke. You definitely feel some wind typically down here. Just couldn't quite keep it straight. Finished just a little left at the end. Pushed off the chains. Wow. Gavin taking absolutely no time from 12 feet and hitting the top of the entire basket.
Oh,
that
my
is just
goodness.
Unbelievable right there.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't seen him do that at all. And he does it with 1 hole left as he's going to take the outright lead.
Well, that mountain is now a flat highway.
And Ryan carding the only par on the hole. Everybody else is going to be getting a bogey. And Gavin and Noah are going to be taking this tie ball game into the last hole. This is what we were looking for as fans. This is how we wanted this thing to finish.
This is exactly it. Oh, kind of 2 upsetting bogeys, but I mean, I'm assuming these guys are the leaders going into the clubhouse right now. You know, everybody else is all finished up.
And even Noah still playing a great round at 9 down on the round with a hole left here. Hole 18, 388 feet, but definitely lays closer to 450 to 460. Playing on this little ridge, so even a tough little putting green. Again, these guys have all the distance to get there, even though I consider this a bonus hole for sure. And let's just see who can get the birdie. I mean, that might be the match right here if someone can get a birdie. Great looking shot from Ryan, getting a little finish back towards the basket. And he'll be about 30, 35 feet back uphill still.
You're right. It does play a lot further. I mean, Ryan put a good move on that disc and still came up quite short.
I mean, it could even be close to 500 in the distance it actually plays. Noah's turning this over, though. And he has left the door open for Gavin.
Gavin's been leaning on this Huck Lab dyed disc. Not sure what it is, but...
God, God, he puts the height on it, gives it a chance to turn over, and he is throwing past the basket. That is so difficult to do. I mean, he's throwing over 500 feet there on that shot of distance.
I believe that to be a DD3 that he's throwing there, kind of that late hyzer flip, not the most stable disc in the world, so.
He's trusting it, though, and it's flying right for him.
Yeah.
Big shot from Luke here. He's got some distance to get there for sure. And he's going to be almost parked.
Nice
pin height
shot,
at 15
Luke.
feet.
He threw and he kind of walked off, too. He threw his shot and just walked off.
That's how you want to finish the tournament. Have a 15-foot putt for your birdie. In front of the crowd, too.
Noah running this putt pretty hard.
Yep, he knew he needed it. He
Yeah.
knows that Gavin's not going to lay up.
This would be great for Ryan to end on a good note here. Kind of had a rough round. Few bad breaks. Oh, no. Okay, he sat up.
Yeah, it wasn't quite his day today, but he battled. He didn't stop.
This is for the win.
Yeah, this is a big putt for Gavin, who just missed a 10-foot on the last hole. Look at that putt.
Congratulations, Gavin Rathbun. What an absolute battle.
Yeah, there was a crowd watching on that hole. He came up, all confidence, wasn't even thinking about the last putt. He didn't even care. Just sneaking over that top of the basket. And the excitement there.
Big fist pump. Much, much, much deserved for you, Gavin. That is so cool. I remember seeing this kid at Am Worlds when I caddied for one of my friends, and I was like, geez, this kid's a shredder. And case in point right here. Good job, Gavin.
Getting a little love from the card. Noah finishing his round there with a par. Solid finish.
That was Gavin's first ever A-tier win as well.
That is impressive. Any A-tier win, especially in competition these days, is so difficult.
Yep.
And I think we had almost 100 competitors here in the open field, maybe 90 players or so. So there's a lot of people to battle. And again, thank you, Northern Lights Disc Golf, presenting this, having the property to play on, and again, continue to grow the sport of disc golf. Appreciate you. Supporting the coverage, and again, bringing us the Lake Superior Open here. Make sure you guys don't miss it in the future. Got to give a shout out to Gotta Go, Gotta Throw, and OTB Disc as well for the support of the coverage. Make sure you check out all of our supporters in the links, or in the links into the description. Again, get some love from everybody else here for the big win from the kid. He's only like 20 years old as well, too.
Yeah, very young, and as you guys can see, has a lot of game and a lot of room to grow as well.
Yeah, very well respected in the disc golf community. It's going to be fun to watch him rip.
Hey, look at that.
Hey, who's that guy?
The Ben Kroll cameo.
Hey. Again, you guys, if you haven't watched the rest of the coverage, make sure you go check it out. There's some exciting shots throughout all of the Lake Superior coverage, and be on the lookout for more Par Save productions in the future. It's been fun hanging out with you, Derek.
You as well, Ben. Thank you so much for having another wonderful commentary with me.
Now, you guys take it easy. Come on back.
Thanks, guys.